Hey everybody, Shifu over here again. Before I get started on this one, I just want to, I've been getting a lot of calls. Everybody who's somebody has given me a call and applauded me what I'm doing, or they inbox me and tell me to keep on going and keep doing what I'm doing. The negative people say, well, you can't be putting this on blast. Why not? Give you an example. I have people from South Carolina calling me about Mr. Sherman. And the stuff that they're telling me, if I knew back then, my daughter would have never been on his team. From people keeping quiet is how this stuff happens. If you know there's a pedophile living next door, your whole neighborhood should know. The whole world should know. Because you need to watch out for that. The first thing I want to say, Supergrams are coming up. People, please go. Don't let this one knucklehead stop you from supporting the NBL and going out there and claiming and competing your behinds off. Don't let him stop you. Now, rumor is that him and his team are going. Let him go. You guys know the truth. All right? Treat him accordingly. Don't cheat his people. Don't do any of that. But know who he is and what he's capable of. Watch yourselves in the hotel. Watch what he says to your children. Watch him. Make him feel like what he is, the scum of the earth. But don't, I have schools calling me talking about, well, we're not going to support the Supergrams because he's supposed to be there and this, that, and the other, and there's other individuals, because he's not the only other person. He's the one that's highlighted now, giving sport karate a bad name. Next, let's talk about this whole sport karate thing. Boyce Lydell has did a tremendous job with this NBL. It had its bad points. It has its good points. I've had my enemies, but before all this even came down, we all squashed it. These guys, you have to give them credit. To me, sport karate was learning a whole new style of fighting for us. Because we sweep, we bang your shins against the thighs, we do all of that. So learning sport karate was learning a new style. I had to have people like Jotty Tension, help me and figure stuff out, and my boy Ian up on the north side. I really had to sit down and figure things out. And I'm good at that. I could watch you fight one time and I got you figured out. So with that being said, you guys cannot sit there and let this dude do this. You cannot not compete. Some of you guys are the greatest competitors this world has seen. These teams that are out there, even though I don't agree with the whole team concept, especially now, because I'm old school, and in old school, teams represented the school you were from. So, you didn't take on the identity of the team because the team was the school, and that's pretty messed up, and with the rules and everything, but it's a way of learning. That's all it is. So that's not the issue. The issue is you got to support these events. These guys worked very hard, these refs, and yeah, like every other tournament, things get messed up. But you got to get past that, because just like in football, on any given tournament, you're going to win or you're going to lose. The beauty of this thing is I love seeing people that are not as talented as people that they're fighting win. I love seeing that. It gives them the confidence to train harder. I love seeing that. Back in the day, we banged. That's what we did. We banged for those 3 points. Enough of that. I thank everybody. I've gotten so many calls, so many inboxes of everybody, people I don't even know, telling me to keep it up, keep doing this, do not let it go until justice is served. I don't know what justice is going to be for me. I really don't know. I am a man that is full of rage. I feel like in The Godfather, every time I get out, somebody wants to pull me back in. And the last thing I want to do is resort to my old ways of doing things. That's the last thing I want to resort to, because it'll send me to jail for life. And many of you can understand that. And the ones that are supporting him, don't get on his page and threaten me. Are you stupid? You need to pick your wars, and I'm not the one you want to pick wars with. You got one living up in Chattanooga, you got one up in Maryland, you got, a girl here in Atlanta. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I already know. Just the fact I just say where you live. Don't do that. You need to pick the wars and pick the people you want to protect. Protecting this man who has lied from everything about his house being his to other people in his life, throwing them under the bus to make himself look good. That's not a person you want to protect. That's a person that's going to get you hurt. And, only thing I can say to them is, like I said on my post, bring it. If you feel froggish, leap. My heart don't pump Kool-Aid, and it's definitely bigger than my chest. We're not the two, but I'm definitely not the one. So whatever you're going to do it, because I'm here. My life is an open book, people. You guys know that I've killed a man for being just like him. Just like him. He's a rapist, he's a pedophile, and he's 6 feet under. I'm not going that route anymore. I was 16 when that happened. I'm not going to do it again. I will sit here, like I said, and do videos until I'm blue in the face. His numbers on his page are dwindling. And the fact that the people are still backing him, I expect his family to do, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're family. And I'm not attacking him. I'm attacking his actions. I'm protecting the next person. And now this is going to get out in South Carolina and this, that, and the other. And, I'll be down there with the news people next week. I'm just taking every avenue that I can so that this won't happen to anybody else. And then the fact that you have people that I don't even know willing to go to South Carolina with me, that is just incredible. So everybody who is somebody knows the truth. They have logical minds. They can sit there and put 2 and 2 together and see that I am telling the truth. This man has not been vindicated. He hasn't even so much as said, you know what, I'm sorry. Even if I felt that way, if none of this was true, which is emphatically true, if none of this was not true, look, man, I'm sorry you feel this way, this, that, and the other, but this didn't happen. It did happen. That's point number 1. Point number 2, he's talking about people being behind him. Ain't nobody behind you. Trust me. Ain't nobody behind you. You may have put this behind you because you're a low life. It doesn't matter, whose life you destroyed. You destroyed this girl's martial art career. You destroyed any type of trust that she may have with men in the future, especially when she, finds out all the lies that you told her about your own, about people that you train, about people on your team. You're an emphatical liar. You lie and don't even have to lie. That's crazy to me. You owe money to just about everybody in your business world. My business world ain't all that great, but it's an open book. I don't lie about it. So don't sit there and talk about, well, he has this, he has that. Everybody knows what I have. Everybody knows what I don't have. Difference between you and me is I can accept the truth. If somebody sits there and tells me, you know what, Chifu, you're a messed up person. You did this, that, and the other. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to think about it. And if it's true, I'm going to say, you know what, you're right. I'm going to change that. Because that's what men do. You're not a man, Jimmy Sherman. He's not a man. He's, like I stated before, that white stuff that grows in the corner of your mouth when you're really thirsty. You are just scum. And, the more that I put these videos out and the more that people contact me, the more evidence that piles up, people are going to have to listen. And all of you that are still backing him, thinking that, you got one guy backing him that just got on the team. I mean, he don't even know him that well, and you're going to back him and stand by him. Why? Because it's a team, it's a national team. This team is dirt. I feel sorry for this few people that are still sticking with this team because their reputations are to be destroyed. I feel sorry for where they train at. The guy who trained, listen them use the place to train at. I feel sorry for him because he trying to be loyal, it's going to mess him up. Why are you letting this dude train and he's a pedophile? Why are you letting him bring his people here and he's a pedophile? So with that, everybody, support the NBL. Go to the Super Grands. It's a great event. I love the NBLs. Ever since my first tournament, which was Jeff Doss, I love the NBL. I didn't like some of the people, but we all squashed that. We're good. Go. Don't let this dude not let you go. Peace.